What's up, Notary Nerds? It's your girl, Monica. So I want to show you how to launch your own government contracting virtual assistant business in the next 24 hours, guys. This is very straightforward and very simple to do. A lot of you have reached out to me because you've been seeing my government contracting videos and you're not quite ready to put your business in that position to go after government contracts. However, you do want to work from home and help other small businesses. So take notes, okay? Because I'm about to show you how to do that in the next 24 hours. The first thing that you're going to have to do, and I've got these covered up so that we can focus on one thing at a time, is to focus on one type of solicitation. The reason that we want to focus on one type of solicitation is so that we can get our ball rolling and some money coming in, right? When I taught government contracting virtual assistant training back several months ago at Notary Nerds, we were very general in nature. We were just going after whoever we could think of. You know, we talked about doing stuff in the janitorial space and this space and that space, but it wasn't focused. You must focus on one particular solicitation type. And the solicitation type that makes the most sense for you to focus on as a notary is the courier solicitation, right? Now, I did go after a janitorial opportunity at the beginning of the year. I had some experience in that, but I had to go to what's called a pre-bid meeting, and I had to drive all the way to Atlanta. I had to go through the whole, farmer's market is where this solicitation was at, and I had to take notes, and I had to, figure out how many square foot and how often they needed cleaning. So janitorial has a lot of moving parts. We don't want to do that. Your business, my business, is more closely aligned with courier work than it is with janitorial work, right? And that's another reason that we want to focus on it. So let's look at the other couple of reasons. There are new solicitations daily at sam.gov. When you go to sam.gov, which is one of the government websites, there's a couple of more, but that's the one that they put all the opportunities that are coming up, right? They're going to be, if you put the word courier in, you're going to see a solicitation. Okay, that means that that's something that's being ready. The government agencies need that on a regular basis. The next thing is there are new awards almost every month. You guys go to the YouTube channel and see for yourself, 225,000, 52,000, 95,000. There was even $1 million one in the courier space. So that's why we are going to focus on one type of solicitation, and that solicitation is the courier solicitation because it just aligns already nicely with your notary business. The second thing is you're going to develop a service and a price list. Now, before I start to uncover these, I want you to keep this in mind. Some of these things you, yourself, your business is not going to be able to do, and you're going to have to outsource. I repeat, stop thinking that you have to do everything. You are going to be the project manager. When you can do it, great. But when you can't do it, you're going to hop right on over to Fiverr, okay, and find someone who can, right? And so just keep that in mind as we're going through this. So here we go. The first thing that your future customer may need is a logo. Now, you aren't a graphic designer, or if you are, great, but you don't want to get bogged down trying to learn how to do new stuff. You're going to hop right on over to Fiverr and tell Fiverr, hey, look, I need a logo, and you're going to see how much folks charge for a logo, right? And how long does it take for them to get you the logo? And you're going to factor all of that into your pricing, right? So you're going to come over here, for instance, and you're going to choose from top-rated sellers. I wouldn't even look at these folks who don't have top-rated beside their name. And I also am looking for people who have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of reviews. The more, the merrier, right? So I would pick the top rated seller, and I would go over here and I would look and see how much do they charge for just a basic package. And then I would look and see what they would charge for a premium package. So on their basic package, they charge $25 and it takes them 3 days. So I would come over here and I would say, okay, great. What if I want to get it done in 1 day? And what if I need an extra revision? Okay, so then now I'm up at $75. Well, then I hop over to this cute little Google sheet that I've created, and I would say, okay, $75 is what they would charge me at Fiverr. So I'm going to mark that up. So I need to charge $100. You see how that works? If I want a 35% margin, right? So that's how you would go about developing your service / price list. Now, the next thing that your potential client might need is an email signature. Because when you are responding to RFIs and RFPs on their behalf, you want them to look professional from their email. So their email signature might need to be updated. They probably don't even have a professional email signature. Well, guess what? You don't know how to do an email signature, but guess what you're going to do as the project manager, as the virtual assistant that they've hired? You're going to hop right on over here to Fiverr, and you're going to type in email signature, and you're going to look for the top rated email signature person. You're going to see how much they charge and how soon they can get it to you. So they charge $10, and their premium service is $25, and they can get it to you in a day. So guess what? That's what you're going to go with. You might check a couple of more of them, but basically this is the process. $25. So I'm charging $33.75 or $35. You see how this works? So you go through and you think, well, what else could my client need? Well, they might need a mission and vision statement. Now, this is one that I don't know that I would run over to Fiverr for. I would probably go over to ChatGPT for this one and do this on my own. And as such, I would probably only charge $30 or so, right? Next, I want to see what else will they need. Well, they could possibly need a courier-specific capability statement. They may already have a capability statement, but because you are going to be helping them niche and get focused, you want to explain to them that's great. And I think that's amazing that you already have one. However, what I'm going to be helping you do is pursue some specific contracts in the courier space. So we want to get focused. And so you'll have two. You'll have the one that you currently have, and this one that's specific to these courier opportunities that are prolific, meaning that we have those opportunities in our face every single day. So when that's the case, you hop right over to Fiverr. Again, same thing, capability statement, capability, I can't spell today, statement, government contracting. And you find the top rated seller who has lots of reviews. She's only got one, no thanks, no thanks. So I'm going to reword this. I'm going to put government contracting, or I'm going to put government capability statement. Okay, so I can get as many results as possible. I'm looking for people who have got lots and lots and lots of reviews. I don't see a whole bunch. I would kind of slow down and do a little bit more of a deep dive into who can do capability statements. I'm going to take the word government off and just put capability statement. Ha! That's what it took. I just removed the word government and just typed in capability statement. And here I've got 4.9 with 100, 5.0 with 357, 5.0 with 530. These are the ones that you want to look for, okay? So let's just go with this one and see what they offer and how much they charge. So $10. Let's go to their premium. What's involved? $40 is 4 to 8 pages, 3 days delivery. You really don't want a capability statement that's super long-winded. From what I'm hearing, you definitely don't need an 8-pager. 2 days delivery, $15, 1 page. That's good. $60, 2 to 5 pages. So we're going to be going with probably the basic or the standard. So we're looking at $30 for a 1 to 2 pager in 1 day. So I would come back over here to my little sheet and I would put $30, right? And I would put my markup on. That's how you come up with your price and your service list. Okay, moving on. Here are all of the things that you want to consider putting on your price and service list. I'm going to go ahead and uncover all of these. Website, sam.gov registration and or update, respond to RFI, prepare and submit proposals. Now here's the thing. You're not a website designer. Go to Fiverr. You could possibly do ChatGPT on this capability statement, but I would go to Fiverr on that as well. Now, on this sam.gov registration, if it's an initial registration, you're probably going to have to be the one to do it. Or if you don't want to, there's people on sam.gov who can register as well. However, you have to be aware that you're responsible for this client's information. So before you outsource something with this level of sensitivity to it, you want to make sure when you go to Fiverr that you highly vet the contractor that you hire. Because what you're going to do is you're going to get the money from the client and you're going to take some of that money and go to Fiverr and get it done. That's how you build a VA business in 24 hours. You're not reinventing the wheel, folks, and you don't have to learn all of these new skills. You have to be smart enough in this day and age to know that you don't have to do everything. You have to be smart enough to be able to go and find and get a qualified vendor to do those things that you cannot do, okay? Same thing when it comes to responding to an RFI. You're not necessarily going to have to hand this off. This is sometimes just a quick email. Sometimes they have a template. The government agency has a template they want you to fill out. So you have to make the assessment. Do I want to handle this, or do I need to send this off to someone who is more capable of getting it done in the time frame? Now, when it comes to preparing and submitting the proposal, I don't think I would outsource this. This is the meat and potatoes of your VA business. This is what you want to spend the most time getting to be able to do. And if you need help at the beginning, maybe you go hire somebody, figure out what their pricing is, make that pricing your pricing with your markup over here on your spreadsheet. And then once you've done it that way once or twice, then maybe now you get the gist of it. Now you can start doing it on your own. Personally, I would keep this in my lap. I would prepare and submit the proposal. I would identify the qualified vendors. I would obtain the pricing quotes and draft the proposal documents. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to the courier space, you're going to be doing a lot of drop off and pick off quotes. Okay. Google Maps is going to be your friend. Now, I already created a tool for those of you guys who have been hearing me talk about the Certified Notary Medical Courier. I have already created a spreadsheet that will allow for you to calculate how many miles from point A to point B. And you can go do this yourself. You can go onto YouTube and learn how to create a spreadsheet that does all of this for you. However, the folks who are signed up for the Certified Notary Medical Courier have access to my spreadsheet that does all the calculations for you. Because what's going to happen is, for these courier opportunities, you're going to go to existing courier companies and say, hey, look, I would like to get a quote on how much you would charge for me to do this, and give them the list. Pick up here, drop off here. Pick up here, drop off here. And for these drop-offs, I need temperature sensitivity, meaning I need for the specimens to be at this, how much would you charge? So you're going to be reviewing these RFPs for all of these specifications, and you're going to need a tool that will allow for you to communicate with the actual subcontractor, the actual courier company. Because again, you're the VA. Okay, let me break this down. You're the VA. Your client is over here. We're about to talk about who that is in a minute. But then there are these subcontractors over here. You're the one that's bringing everybody together. Okay? You've got a client who wants to go after government contracts, but they don't want to deal with all of this. That's why you're going to get paid. All right? So what you do is you're going to go review the RFP to see what the government agency needs. You're going to write down the list. You're going to use the tool, the spreadsheet, or create your own to figure out how many miles is involved in all of the things. And then you're going to go and you're going to search for existing courier companies that are already got vans, they already got temperature controlled stuff. They already got everything in place. You're going to get a quote from them on how much they would charge to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay. And your little spreadsheet is going to make this a whole lot easier for you to be able to get done. Right. So then you're going to come back and bring it all together. So let's keep it going. Once all of the quotes are in, you're going to develop a proposal. Again, I would not outsource this. Okay, I would do this on my own. And that's something that I teach the Certified Notary Medical Couriers how to do within that training. But you can figure this out, okay? You can get an idea of how much they charge at Fiverr, and then you can come over here and get them, get your client to pay that amount, add a premium. And then once you've got that proposal in your hand, now you can kind of duplicate it for the next one, right? There's no way that you can make this difficult. I'm not going to let you, okay? The third thing you need to do is to target market your services, okay? Target market your services, because if you don't focus on one audience, you are not going to get any money, okay? You have got to target market. When I was teaching government contracting, virtual assistant training back several months ago at Notary Nerds, we weren't targeted. We were kind of targeted. We were talking a lot about janitorial, but again, that is very much a lot of moving parts. It doesn't really align nicely with the existing notary business. So it was hard, right? Now we're in a place where, okay, courier work makes more sense because courier work is more closely aligned with my existing notary business. So if I'm going to launch this virtual assistant business in government contracting, that makes sense for me to start there. Not only that, but there are a special group of people that I want to focus on. And that special group of people are veterans and service-disabled veteran-owned small businesses. And here's why. When you go to sam.gov, you're going to find that some of these courier opportunities are set aside for veteran-owned small businesses and service-disabled veteran-owned small businesses. And that shouldn't be too much of a surprise because a lot of the courier opportunities are, guess where? At the Veterans Administration, at the VA. So do you see how all of this is coming together? This is your time. If you're ready to redesign, pivot your notary business, this is the time to get into government contracting. Even if you're not ready to do it yourself, as a VA, these folks are waiting for you, and they're going to know that these opportunities are there. They're probably already getting notified about them. But again, it's the amount of work. And I heard a veteran say this from her lips to the whole YouTube. She said that veterans are not necessarily going to want to do all of this paperwork. She said it. She said a lot of times they'll go get their veteran-owned small business designation. They'll go get their service-disabled veteran-owned small business designation, and everything stops there. They don't go after these opportunities because of the amount of paperwork involved. So by you starting your virtual assistant business in this space, you're going to be solving a very, very much real problem and providing a solution that's going to be very valuable. Okay. Well, you're probably wondering, okay, how do I find these folks? Well, you're going to find them in the small business, in the dynamic small business system. This is a database. I've already done a video on it on YouTube. I do a detailed training on it in the Certified Notary Medical Courier training. But the website, go to my YouTube channel, look for the DSBS video, go to that website that we linked there, and that's where you're going to get your leads. Those leads are already registered at sam.gov. Those leads already have their service-disabled veteran-owned small business designation. They already have their veteran-owned small business designation. You don't have to help them with that part of it, right? Not to mention, you don't even have to be registered at sam.gov to do any of this. I forgot to mention that at the top of this. You do not have to be registered at sam.gov to do any of this. So if those of you who are wondering, I got to get my SAM, no, to be a VA, you don't. Now, it would be great if you were, because you would be familiar with it, and so you wouldn't have to outsource this if one of your clients needed that. But because the way I'm setting you up, the way you're going to build this business, you're not going to be going after those newbies. You're going to be targeting your services to people who are already in DSBS, which means they already are registered in sam.gov. Now, they might need an update, right? They could need you to need help updating because every year, your registrations expire. However, that doesn't take very long at all, okay? So you're going to pull leads from DSBS, and then you're going to hop over to sam.gov and pull solicitations. You're going to search for the keyword courier and or use the courier NAICS code, and you're going to see what opportunities are coming up, and you're going to go down the list, and you're going to make a list of those opportunities. Then once you make that list, and guess what? You're going to shoot an email to those leads. It is literally that simple, okay? You're going to shoot an email to those leads saying, hey, look, I'm a government contracting virtual assistant. I can help you with this. Now, what would be even better is if you were branded already. In other words, when you sent your email, it would be really good if your email signature told the story, right? Now, if you're a certified notary medical courier, you've got access to an HTML email signature that tells the story, that says that you're branded as a notary and that you're HIPAA compliant and all of the things. So when that lead gets that email, they're going to be like, oh, okay, this person is in that space. This person is going to be really specific in helping me in this particular space. Again, why? There's plenty of opportunities. There's awards happening daily. And the audience that we're trying to serve, our veterans, really have the best opportunity at these courier opportunities because they're at the VA, a lot of them. So you see the perfect synergy with doing all of it this way. Yes, you can start a government contracting virtual assistant business doing all kinds of government contracts. But I'm trying to get you to focus and understand that this is the way that's going to get you to the money quickest, okay? Because you're niched down, not only into the courier space, but in targeting veteran-owned small business and service-disabled veteran-owned small businesses who are usually having this opportunity thrown at them because the government agencies want them to actually be able to do these contracts. And again, they don't have to do the work because you as their VA are going to go find them the ideal partner. So I'm excited. It only is going to take you 24 hours. Look, it took me 20 minutes to go over this with you guys. So definitely take this video, watch it back, get it done. And if you want some help, then you need to become a certified notary medical courier before the end of the year. And this is why. $197 is what it's going to cost, but that's a one-time fee, and it's going to be for life. So you get the branding, you get the marketing badge, you get the HIPAA certification, the email signature, you get all of this stuff that I'm talking about and how to do it inside of that training for one fee. After the 1st of January, that fee is going to go up, and it's going to be an annual obligation, meaning that you've got to pay every year to renew. So make sure you take advantage of this opportunity, and don't forget, I do offer Afterpay, so because I know this is the holiday season, we've been spending like crazy, but guys, you do not want to miss out on this opportunity to take your notary business into government contracting, if not for your own notary business, but for somebody else's, so that you can help them get a government contract in 2024. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.